Vibe Show 97.9. Y'all already know the vibes. It's big, big, big vibes tonight. Legendary vibes tonight, man. Listen, everybody's been waiting on this one right here. I've been waiting on it. Y'all been waiting on it. And everybody else been waiting on it too. Y'all already know it's the Vibe Show 97.9. Y'all already know how we do it. Big vibes.
Let's go! Let's go! New shit. Hey, yo, Bert. Hey, talk to him. Yeah, now tell me shit I feel so wrong for things I'm setting aside.
Vibe Show 97.9, bringing you nothing but exclusive interviews. Listen, tonight right here is a bucket list moment. Bucket list, man. I'm talking about one of my favorites, man. MCs in the game. You know what I'm saying? This is right. This is a big moment right here. Y'all been waiting on it, and it's happening. I'm talking about a multi-platinum Grammy award-winning artist, singer, producer, entrepreneur, member of the legendary group Bone Thugs and Harmony, the one and only. Y'all already know the vibes. I'm talking about the big homie, Krayzie Bone in the building.
Yo.
What's up, baby?
Man, chillin'. What's good? What's good with it?
Man, hey, I'm not gonna even lie. First of all, for me and the Vibe team, I gotta say thank you so much for this amazing opportunity, man, just to be able to vibe out and come into your world a little bit, man. So thank you so much for me and the team.
All love, man. It's all love. For sure.
Shout out to Bernadette, man, and shout out to Keisha, man, for making this amazing magic happen today, my brother. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. We got a lot to talk about. You got a lot going on, and I'm like super geeked up about all of the amazing projects and things that you got going on in the works. So I wanna jump it off though, because I just think that it's so important that people understand all of the time that you've invested into the game, man, just blessing us for so many years. I'm talking about over 25 years plus in the game. You know, looking back and looking at that number, do you ever look back at it sometimes yourself and just be like, wow, man, like at this point, do you look at it just like, man, 25 plus years in this game, still getting love?
Man, it's crazy because I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, I was like, especially like, like when you in the game for this long, you see like a lot of people like come and go so fast.
Right.
And like, they're forgotten. But what we brought to the although many people say we don't get the recognition we deserve, I feel like our presence all throughout the industry, man. Our presence is in the styles you hear on the radio. Our presence is everywhere. Like we brought the industry something that's going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this thing, like, you know what I'm saying, to still be here and just all five of us still be here in the flesh and and to be able to enjoy that,
Right. Absolutely. It's definitely a blessing, man. And I was just wondering, because sometimes, I know you always busy, you constantly, creating and stuff. And I think that it is important sometimes to kind of look back and see how far you've come at times. You know what I mean? Because, we constantly creating, constantly moving forward, constantly trying to create the new thing. But sometimes, man, you do have to look back and be like, man, and like you said, you guys are still here. A lot of people who, maybe came in the game with you guys or whatever, probably not even here, you know what I mean, and dealing with other circumstances or whatever. So it's truly a blessing, because I feel like, you've seen so much and been through so much in this business. And I would like to know what keeps Krayzie Bone inspired and still motivated after all of this time, other than the money and the fame. What still keeps you inspired and motivated to continue to still go?
Man, like neither one of those is the motivation for me to keep going, money or the fame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I keep going for the love of music and the you know and the message that I'm putting out to people. You know what I'm saying? And the because it's a life changing message. And like people are listening. For people to think that we're not responsible for what we put out there, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? So we have to focus and you know what I'm saying, like, it's cool to talk about our lives and where we come from and the hardships we go through, but we have to understand that, we have a responsibility to also talk truth.
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, we just keep doing what we do, man, and just staying consistent with it. You know?
Right. I try to figure out the vision because, like I say, the longevity. I always try to like tap into the thought process of then, you know, and now because could you guys still see the vision beyond Easy E after it passed? Because I mean, he played such a huge part in the introductory of Bone Thugs, you know, to the world. And, losing something significant like that, the way that it happened, the timing that it happened, it's never a good time to lose somebody that you love, and, a mentor and things of that nature. But could you guys see the vision beyond that point? What was that moment like?
Yeah, well, like honestly, we was lost like everybody else was. Like, we it was a lot for us because we had just got with Easy E. We was only with him for like a year,
Right.
before he passed away. So we was boggled. We was like, yo, we just made it. And now like we back on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It was like just like that. It happened that fast. Because we didn't know what our futures held. So we was just thinking the worst because we have been through so much already. We was still fresh from the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, but once we had got the word that, the Ruthless Records was wanted to keep us and, you know, um, when we released the second album, which was Eternal, everything started to become clear on who we were and, the impact that we were having on the industry. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, we just took it from there. We took it from there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, you absolutely took it from there. I was talking to a close friend of mine, and we were reflecting on it when I was telling them about this interview that was coming up, and we were reflecting on when that Thuggish Ruggish Bone hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm just like thinking about first here because to me, hearing you guys for the first time, to me, I feel like of that sound and style of MCing. You know, did you guys when we're creating that particular piece right there? Did you guys? I'm pretty sure y'all couldn't even fathom the impact that it would have had on the world with dropping that piece right there.
No, 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 man. We didn't. All we knew was we was finally got a chance to make some music. You know, we finally got a chance to have somebody like Easy hear us.
Right.
And like man, we was just like most of the material that we did. You know what I'm saying? Like with from the Creeping on the Come Up EP to the
That's another one.
all the way to the Eternal album. You know what I'm saying? Like we had like Thuggish Ruggish Bone and like all those songs that was on that Creeping on the Come Up EP. All those songs were supposed to be on the Eternal album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but when we started recording, he was like so he was like so hyped to get us out. He was like, "Yo, this needs to drop now. We need to do an EP." He was like, "Let's just do like 6 songs, put it out right now. Let's go."
Wow.
And so like
Wow.
so we did that, and it was one day like we was in the hotel, and Easy called us. He was like, "Turn the radio on." And we turned the radio on, and we was on the radio in California. We
Come
was
on.
we was calling people back home in Cleveland like, we on the radio in California. Listen, like putting the phone to the radio. They was like, oh my God, what? It was
Right,
crazy.
right, right. You know, groups, groups, because you know, groups can be difficult. You know, being in, especially being in, you know, a group of five, or, you know, all of y'all growing up together, you know, everybody's going to have different visions, strong personalities, you know, and but all trying to accomplish the same common goal at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about from a group's perspective, because you know you're in a legendary group. Um, can we talk about the difficulties and the good things about being in a group?
Man, well, the good things about being in a group, man, is when we started was, like the brotherhood, what I'm saying? And in the studio and on stage is less work.
Right, right,
You got people to back you up. You can go take breaks, you know what I'm saying? With 5-member group, you know what I'm saying? You get away with a lot, but like now with a group, you know what I'm saying? It's like all the work is on you. You gotta do everything. You gotta make the song. The whole song has to be dope. It's on you. The whole album has to be dope. It's on you. Your show has to be live. It's on you. You
right,
like so. It's like it's a big difference, man. It's a big difference, But and doing the group thing is cool. You know what I'm saying? But as you know, like when you with around anybody for a long time, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be altercation. It's gonna be arguments. It's gonna be. I mean, that happen with siblings as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely,
you grow up together. You know what I'm saying? You're together your whole life. You're gonna argue. You're gonna fight. But it is
right,
what I'm saying.
right, right. The style, I gotta ask you about the style, because the style has always been unique and has been something that's has been tried to be redone over and over and over and over, and we're hearing it right now, and it's crazy because like that's the style right now. You know what I mean? Was that you guys? Was that something you guys came up with, or it was just you guys way at that time, or we was like, yo, we want to just do something different, everybody's flowing this way, we want to hit the game like this?
Yeah, man. It was just it was actually something that it just developed over time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was I was locked up. I was locked up at the time, and I was in the county jail, and I was watching the videos. It was Rap City, the basement. No, 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 not the basement. Rap City, but the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And so and I saw a Big Daddy Kane video, and like he did like a little twist and line, like do. Then I was like, yo, if somebody did that through the whole ride, it'd be
Right,
crazy. So I went in my cell, you know what I'm saying? Got me some toilet paper because I didn't have no paper, so I got some toilet paper and I got a pen. Wrote the wrote a rhyme like that on some toilet paper, and I memorized it. And when I got out, you know what I'm saying? When I got out, I said it to everybody, and everybody was like, "Yo, that's crazy," you know what I'm saying? So
right,
so we went to go. So everybody took it, sat with it, wrote their own rhyme like that. And when we came back, everybody had like it was like a similar style, but it was different because of the different pitches and voices, and it just came out different. You know what I'm saying? And the harmony came from like us just ad libbing each other's verses. Like like we was together so much, we knew each other's verses whenever we had ciphers or rhyme sessions, that we would ad lib it, so it sounded like we was harmonizing.
right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so people started calling us the rapping temptations and billionaires and all kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
yeah,
right. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy right there. And speaking of that's crazy, the name, you know, the name. Can we talk about you deciding to go with Krayzie Bone? Because one would say, what were you the crazy one in the group, or
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know?
And, man, it was just it was actually just the first thing I thought of, because like Lay had came up with the whole Bone thing. At first, it was Bone Enterprise. You know what I'm saying? It was Bone Enterprise. You know, Lazy came up with that Bone Enterprise, and Lazy Bone used to be Busy Bone.
Really?
Yeah, Lazy Bone used to be Busy Bone before Busy was even like before we had even met Busy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And but when Lay brought it to the table, it's like this should be our name. Bone Enterprise should be our name, and we each have a Bone name. Bone is the family name. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I like that. I'm gonna be Krayzie Bone. That's just the
Right.
that's just the first thing came out. And he was like, I'm gonna be Lazy Bone. And it was just me and Lazy first. That's why I was Crazy and Lazy Bone. Like it was just us rapping for a long time. Like just
Okay.
him. We was putting in the groundwork in Cleveland, like doing talent shows and doing everything we could, like just trying to, you know what I'm saying, like just trying to get known. Me and him did all that. You know what I'm saying? And we was known as, man, they called us everything because I was dark skinned, he was light skinned. They called us Kid and Play. They, they called us everything, man, for real. Like, So
Right.
yeah, so I mean, and then so when we met Busy, you know what I'm saying, he Lay told him Lay gave him the Busy Bone name. And then, Wish started coming around and, everybody started coming around and getting their names. And like, it was,
Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
yeah.
Now, being in the game for so long, what could you say is the best and worst thing about the music industry from all the experiences and things that you have seen and garnered throughout the years up until this point of
Mm.
being in the position that you're in right now? What would you say, from your opinion, is the best and worst thing about the music business?
Man, the best thing is, just, it's just getting to reach so many people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think people underestimate the power of reach that they have when you become like, when you come to the, that we have that we have attained, that we have been blessed to attain, you know what I'm saying? And like, you have to realize that you have a lot of ears.
Hmm.
And it's all about what you feed in those ears. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying to reach that many people, know, go to other countries and people can't even speak English, but they know the lyrics, they know your name, not
Right.
they know my government. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, like these people is really into what we doing. So like it's being able to travel and meet different people and see the different cultures. Like, man, all the simple stuff about the music, just making the music and fans telling you say they live, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like all the simple stuff for me. I'm cool with all the accolades and the Grammys and all that because that really don't mean nothing. It's all about feel and if you helping people in their lives and in their mental, that's what it's all about. And,
Right.
and the bad thing is just the business, man. Like I said, all the good stuff I mentioned, like the business make it hard to enjoy because of
Mm.
the business and the shystiness, and the crookedness of these people, and the greediness, you
Yeah.
know, like that's why I tell a lot of people you have to understand, like, oh, this music industry is going to change. I don't care how nice, how wholesome you are, you're going to be changed. You know what I'm saying? You're going to
Hmm.
learn how to lie and everything else because they're lying to you. So you're going to pick it up very quickly. You
Right.
So it's like, that's why I tell everybody you have to make sure this is something you want to do, because it's the crazy thing for real.
Right. I think throughout all of that, and you have been vocal, with speaking up about it, and it will change you. It definitely will change you. And I've spoke to so many different people, man, and everybody kind of has that same mindset after a while, of going through so many bad experiences in the entertainment business. It's a lot of similarities when it comes down to it. But I commend you for always being stand up and always sharing information, because I feel like that's important too, because we got a lot of youngsters that come in this game with, they have so much talent, and they don't really understand, and sometimes it'd be too late when you do figure it out. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah,
So
definitely. For real.
now we got a new project
Yes,
that you
sir.
dropped. Let's talk about the new project, man, because got a chance to dip into that thing, man, and I'm talking about it don't stop. You know what I'm saying? The creativity, the heat, the beat process it's just amazing, man, just to keep evolving and elevate and still be that on fire, after all this time. Let's talk about the vision for the project.
Yeah, well, man, the vision for this project, I've been working on this album for like quite some time. I was going to release it in 2020, be that because that's when we actually because I have a cannabis brand that I launched called Leaves of Legend as well.
Right, right.
It goes hand in hand with the album. So we lost that uh launch back in March of 2020. We had our first launch party and it was a big party out here in California. And a few weeks later, everything shut down because of COVID.
Right, right,
Like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, we were fortunate to be able, like to sustain and maintain ourselves all the way through COVID. Thankfully, cannabis was labeled essential during the COVID quarantine. So, we was able to maintain and still do what we needed to do. So I was able to take that whole year and just gear everything up for the following year. You know what I'm saying? Just, hoping that everything would be open in time that we could do like the 420 thing like we was able to do. So
right,
so during the whole quarantine, I was just putting the project together, man. I had time to sit back and like really dig into the sound of it and the vision that I was looking for. And I just wanted to make an album that was just like relaxing for all the smokers, for everybody that indulge in cannabis, whatever you edibles, whatever you do, you can sit back and play this album, ride to it if you're riding, sit back in the house if you're chilling, and play it from beginning to end. That's what I was trying to do. Give people an album that you can play from beginning to end. Definitely.
right. Well, I mean, it's definitely that, you know what I mean, and features. I mean, it's definitely a riding album.
Yeah.
It's definitely a riding album, and the flows are still polished. You know what I mean? The flows are still super polished, man. So, thank you for continuing to deliver these bangers, man, because I ain't gonna lie, we need it, especially because y'all got crazy fans, man. I'm talking about Bone as a whole, you guys individually, y'all fans, we love y'all, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's why we got to love.
Craziest fan moment.
Oh man, there's so many. Man, I just had one. I just had one like last no, not last week, not last weekend. Weekend before last, man. In
Come on.
Dallas, man. The female show up to my hotel room, though.
What?
Talking, bro, talking like she know me. Like I guess she was getting what was that? I guess she had been getting catfished,
Yeah.
and they was talking like they was me, and I guess they had her convinced to actually show up and like hunt me down and bro, it was crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But bro, it's been like out of 26 years, man, bro, I can't even begin. I can't
Right.
even, you know what I'm saying? It was, I mean, it's everything from like just girls passing out and just from like just crying and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like on some Beatles type stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was wild. It was wild.
Right. What does that moment feel like for you though? Because I mean, I know you're not still numb to it because it still has to feel good to go out there to be able to still pack arenas and because you guys don't stop touring. I
Mm-mm.
mean, y'all are still and it's definitely a blessing, man. Out of all these years are still in high demand individually and as a group. What does that feel like for you?
Man, it's I tell the fellas all the time, I'm like, yo, it's a blessing. I'm saying, because like I said, it's a lot of people that came out around the same time we did. You like, you don't hear them, you don't hear about them no more. They don't do shows. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's definitely a blessing to be able to go this long and then to still be in demand, not only here in America but
Right,
world.
right,
You
right.
know, so I
Man,
mean,
I was talking to me and a friend of mine. We was talking about it, man, and it was crazy because we was talking about, man, the industry need to have a union, man. You know what I mean?
man,
Because it's so many people, man, that's just
definitely,
put in so much work and just don't have anything, man.
yeah, that's real. A lot of cats in the game put in a lot of work. You got to think of all the, all the pioneers, man. And who put in, a lot of, like, just like I say, in hip hop, everybody should know who Cool Herc is.
Everybody,
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody should know. He should have a prominent position in everything that goes on in hip hop.
right?
You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah,
It's definitely the politics, man. You already know.
definitely.
Spread the Love Foundation, though. I was real excited about hearing about that. That's your nonprofit organization that you started or whatever. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. Just working on a few things. I just wanted to, like put something together to give back, man, and just starting with my hometown in Cleveland, Ohio, working on a project to currently like in the process of acquiring my old the land that my old elementary school used to be on.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? To
Wow.
trying to put a Bone Thugs and Harmony Academy, um, to teach people business education, the skills to be engineers, DJs, or whatever they want to be. An academy right there right there in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about East 99, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? Also gonna put a museum for all the Ohio artists, whether they be actors or whatever they are, that made it from Ohio to inspire people in Ohio that you can make it out of Ohio. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like just to give them hope, bro, and like just like put something back in the hood and like give people like it's like jobs and like bring the hood up around there for real.
See, that's what I'm talking about because you know I just sometimes I look at the state of the world and the pandemic and all these senseless deaths and everything that's going on right now in the world. Growing up in the era that I grew up in, I mean, it wasn't a lot. Well, I guess because it wasn't on the forefront as much or whatever. Because it's always some stuff that's going on, but it just seemed like it's on another level right now. I don't
Oh,
know. Would you agree?
oh yeah, definitely on another level, bro. Like it's real. Like people don't pay attention. It's supposed to be that way. God told us we're in the last days. Nobody paying attention.
Right.
And
Right.
there's no other explanation. That's what it is. Like ain't nobody paying attention, but it's happening. So yeah, so that's why it seems way more extreme. And just like you say, it's going to go from bad to worse. So
Right.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. You know, do you ever you ever think about the era that you guys came in as far as like the CD era now? Was the transition social media and all that stuff around that time? You had the CDs pumping in around that time, the physical copies and all that. Transitioning from that wave to the social media wave and now the digital streaming and that era. Can we talk about the comparison of the two and transitioning for you guys?
Yeah, I mean uh the transition, like what I'm saying, it really like I mean like it really wasn't all that hard or all that difficult once what I'm saying, like once you really took the time out to learn it. That was the whole thing. It's just like actually taking the time out to learn it and realizing okay, this is what's about to
Right, right.
take. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're stuck in your ways, you're like, oh man, I ain't messing with all that. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
know, right? I know.
You know, I'm still riding with a with a big bag, a big ass CD case in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah.
CDs in. But you know,
I
one
still got my CDs now. I ain't gonna. I still got my book with all my Bone CDs. I got it now.
I got it, all my. I even got my cassette tape, so I go up. I'm going for back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so yeah, man. But you know, like once we understood what it was, and like digital is what was happening. You know, I mean, you know, of course we had to get into it because we still making music, so
Absolutely.
we had to understand, you know, that it's not record sales no more. It's streams, which
Mm-hmm.
is a big difference, man. Because you know, like, man, you know, like it was like record sales. You had to get out and sell them. You had to get out there and sell them records, man. You know, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't click on no button and you know what I'm saying, like this download. You had to get out there and like put in the work, and you had to like make people. You had to make people like you,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to have talent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you were a developed artist, and you had to have talent. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, man, it is what it is. You're like, it,
Right. Right. Going with the name first of the month, I think is just absolutely genius. But I want to know what made you go with first of the month for the name of the strand.
man, you know, because that's my whole thing with what I'm doing for the brand. You know what I'm saying? On my end, I'm going through and taking some of the names for our songs and using them as strands. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I I,
Wow, that's dope.
I released a strand last month in Oklahoma at the cookies store called
I
Family
seen that.
Family Tree. You know what I'm saying? So I got I got another strand I'm working on called Eternal, and of course Crossroads. Gonna take you there.
Look, get what made you want to? I mean, I don't think it's a crazy question, but what made you want to jump into the herb game?
Well, I mean, man, like you just said, you know, common sense. Everybody know Bone Thugs and Harmony. We always been advocates. We always indulged in it. We always talked about it. Always been proactive, even when it was illegal.
Right.
So it was like it was only right, man. You know, like just when you see the green rush that's happening and everybody's making money, you know, I just wanted to make sure, you know, that some of that money is being funneled back to our communities, you know, and giving back to the people who've been penalized for indulging in cannabis for so long, even when we knew there was nothing wrong with it. You know,
Right.
we were still penalized for it. You know, sent to jail, sent to prison for long periods of time. And now people out here got stores where they said you can walk in the store. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, so no, some of that money got to come back down to the hood for real, real talk.
Right. That's the thing that get me though. So how do you like? You know what I mean? You got people that's gone right now, sitting in there like, really,
Yeah,
like
oh,
really, like,
yeah,
how do you fix that? You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah,
It,
exactly.
it's deep, man. Another thing that I enjoy because you wear so many hats. And I gotta take my hat off to you because I'm totally inspired by it as well, man. Truth talks, super dope. Jumping into it. And you got your foot and hands and everything, man.
Yeah,
Podcast doing really really well. Let's talk to me about that.
yeah, man. You know, this truth talks, man. It's just what it is. You know, I know a lot of people get it confused and think that it's a conspiracy podcast, but it is not.
Hmm.
It is not a conspiracy podcast. In fact, I even I, I even tell people that some of those episodes that I've done, I should have done more research into some of those
Right,
things before I talked about it because I mean some of it may be true, but when I got to thinking about the name of my show, Truth Talks, I don't want to go off speculation. I don't want to guess and say this may be happening or you know what I'm saying or show
hmm,
that people think is you know what I'm saying. Like I want to make sure that there's some fact to it. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff to back it up and like I said, some of that stuff may be true. Some of it may have facts to back it up, but I'm just like I'm not worried about that. Like I want to base our show off facts of what we know is real. You know, like what we know is real, and the whole theme of the show is basically comparing God to man. Everything man tells us and everything God tells us.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? And you bet and I always bring out the point to how man's way of doing things is so insignificant compared to the way God is going to do things.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, and that's what people need to understand. We shouldn't be worried about these politicians. They ain't gonna save us. They can't save us. It's already out of their hands. It's been out of their hands.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everything is in chaos right now, because it's been out of their hands. It's much, much deeper than people realize. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it is what it is. It's serious.
Wow. And let's put the airing out there because that could be caught every what
So
the podcast. Yeah, let's put that out there for the listeners.
yes, we doing the dropping it. We just got with a new network. You know what I'm saying? So we're reloading up on episodes now, but you can catch it every we gonna drop a episode every week. And I'll give up you'll follow me on Instagram and I'll let you know when the dates and times that we're gonna be dropping the new episodes.
Definitely, definitely.
Very, 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 very good topics and conversations. We don't gossip about celebrities, who's sleeping with who went to jail, who we don't do none of that. It's enough of that going on in the world. It's absolutely mindless chatter. It does nobody any good. You know what I'm saying? So we like to give people a little insight, a little education, and help them open their eyes to reality of what's going on out here for real.
Right. Would you say it's gotten easier for you to balance everything now with family and maintaining the brand?
Yeah, it has. If you stay disciplined, but I'm a person that love to go. I love to work. I love to like once I get going and get in the zone. You know what I'm saying? So I got to catch my.
Hmm.
It's time for me to chill and take a break and relax and get
Right.
some kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So it's like, yeah, you have to stay balanced. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be something in your mind because like if not, you will indulge in one or the other too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bone Thugs tour starting this month and it's going to be rolling for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me that everybody is going to be on this tour.
Man,
All of the members.
that's what we looking like. That's what we looking for.
We got the launch date, the kickoff date.
I think the first show we do is June 12th in Michigan, I believe. Yeah, I forgot the name of the city, but yeah, June 12th in Michigan, and then June 19th in Chicago.
I'm gonna have to get with you to get those dates so I can have that send that email blast out there on
Okay.
those dates and stuff like that because you already know. And with COVID and all of that stuff now, um, and you said that because it could be it was a good thing and a bad thing. Like you said, you were able to have that idle time to be able to create projects and clear your mind and slow down a little bit, being forced to slow down
Mhm.
to be able to create. How difficult was it though for you to like restructure the brand because it did come out of the blue and it hit people kind of hard, especially people that didn't really have ends put up and was really just knowing you can go out there and get those bags like that. How difficult was that though when COVID hit for you, trying to transition the brand to sustain it?
Man, like once I realized that it was gonna be when it was gonna be around for a while,
Mm-hmm.
you just like, I mean, we survivors, man. We're like, I'm like, we survived the streets of Cleveland.
Right.
Survive the streets of Cleveland is nothing to, like use your head and like make do with, you know what I'm saying? Like make do with what you got to work with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and like it was never nothing to just get down and hustle and do what you got to do. I mean, it was cool. You know, I wasn't expecting it to last no whole year.
I know, right?
That was shocking. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you if you good about your hustle game, man, you're gonna get out there and you're gonna survive. You're gonna survive. It's a must. Must.
Right. What can we expect? What can we look forward to? Because I'm hearing in the wind now that it's another project in the mix right now.
Oh yeah, man. Yes, yes, yes. I'm working on another project being in the mix state, mixing slash still adding, like little touches to it. But yeah, it's called Crazy Melodies. This is a project I've been working on for a while as well. It's a album. It's an album to where I'm just like really doing the classic harmonies and melodies. Not really doing too much rapping, just
Right.
harmonies for you to ride to. Good summertime vibe now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Road,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and like yeah, it's gonna be another classic album. You know what I'm saying? It may be a double CD. You know what I'm saying? It may be a double CD as
A
well.
double?
Yeah, man. I got so much music. You know what I'm saying? The fans be on my head like. They're like, "What you holding on to it for?" They mad at me, so I got to get it to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them this music for I have
Right.
it for real.
New Bone album, man. Talk to me about is that cooking? Can we
Man,
get it?
man. So we've been talking. Me and the fellas, we've been talking, just pondering over what the next move is gonna be. Um, we have been talking about a podcast that we're actually working on
Oh wow.
to have all members as hosts. And, we
Oh, that's gonna be crazy right there.
the name of the podcast is Thug Stories, and we're gonna be just sitting up telling about all our crazy stories, man. Just just like
Yo, but that's dope though. Like,
yeah, definitely
man, because I
very
know I know the archives is crazy with stories right now.
unbelievable. People gonna be tune in with your popcorn and all your snacks, man. That's all I gotta say.
Man, y'all got Pac stores, biggest store. Who haven't y'all worked with? Is there anybody in the game right now that you want to work with that you haven't worked with that may be Crazy Bones bucket list?
Man, bro, like I always just say, man, I'm down to work with anybody, bro. Like I can work with anybody as long as it makes sense. I'm not like you know what I'm saying. I ain't really tripping, you know what I'm saying, because I rock with it. I rock with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying. So it's like whoever want to work, I'm with it for real.
Right. We got to give a shout out to our sponsor, man. Y'all stay tuned. This episode here is brought to you by Leaves of Legends and Crazy Bone Media, bringing y'all nothing but the exclusives. Crazy Bone, Leaves of Legends. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Now, let's get some shout outs, man. As we're wrapping up, let's get some shout outs and get some flowers to your team, family, man. Anybody you want to get some shout outs to, man. Let's go on and get them people their roses.
Man, shout out the whole Bone Squad, you know what I'm saying? The whole um, TL family, life, you know what I'm saying? The whole Mo Thug family, you know what I'm saying? Flesh and Bone, Global. You know what I'm saying, man? Everybody to rock with us, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just been down with us, you know what I'm saying? Our fans, they ride with us through thick and thin, you know what I'm saying? And man, man, yeah, just everybody to rock with us, man.
Right, right, right. Let's put them social platforms out there too, and ways that people can actually get connected, man, and plug into all of the amazing things that you got going on. Because, like I say, you got a lot going on right now. Let's plug them up.
Yeah, man. So y'all can catch me on Instagram at crazy_bone. On Twitter, I am Krayzie Bone. Facebook, Ray Jack Your Boss. I also have a page on Instagram called crazy_sweet_16. If you got talent and skills as an MC, send a video there with you doing your verse, rocking your 16, and I'll post you on the page. Trust me, like you get a lot of people.
Wow.
Trust me. So if you got talent, hit me up on Crazy Sweet 16. Drop your video down, and I'll post.
Y'all heard that. So all y'all MCs out there, all of y'all people who got bars and claiming y'all own it, there go your opportunity right there.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, and that's crazy underscore 16.
Underscore. No. Crazy
Crazy
or sweet underscore the number 16.
number 16. Y'all make sure there it is right there at crazy underscore sweet 16. Y'all make sure y'all get plugged in and get in the mix. If you could if you can drop some words of uplift to anybody, man, who may be going through tough times right now, or feeling low in spirit or anything, man, just some words of uplift from Krayzie Bone.
Man, well, man, like I was saying, like I'm a firm believer in, that God is our only savior. You know,
Facts.
a lot of people are feeling down, down and out and hopeless because they're looking to be there. You know what I'm saying? These people don't even know how to um they don't even know how to distribute a vaccination at first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
these people they're supposed to be ruling the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like God is showing us everything right now. I think that was part of why we had to sit down for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. The whole world had to sit down for a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's him telling you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm still here. Pay attention to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time for everybody to open their eyes, man, and like give God a chance, bottom line. And that's all I can say. Like, because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you some human philosophy that's not gonna work, that's not gonna soothe you. You know, God is the only person that can do that. Bottom
Right.
line.
Facts, man. Crazy. Listen, I gotta say, you know what I mean? Like again, how very grateful that I am. This definitely was a bucket list for me, man. I've always wanted to talk to you for a while. I've interviewed Busy Bone twice. He's been on here. I've had Lay on here, and I always wanted to talk to you. Um,
Yes, sir.
and God work in mysterious ways, man. How this whole situation happened, and I just want you to know, man, that it's definitely a blessing, and I want to thank you, and for me and my team, we wishing you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing right now and everything that you're gonna be doing in the future. And we got to get you back on here, man. Any time.
Definitely, Ben. Would love to come back on. Just let me know. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got to shout out our sponsor again. Let's get them in here. This episode here was brought to you by Leaves of Legend and Krayzie Bone Media. Y'all make sure that y'all get connected, get plugged in. Leaves of Legend by my guy, the OG, Krayzie Bone. Hey man, listen, waiting
Yeah,
on this tour, man. It's about to go crazy. It's looking like things opening back up. It's looking like
yeah,
it's people still getting crazy out there, but it's
yeah.
looking like it's opening back up, man.
Finally, for real.
Man, listen, salute to you, everything that you're doing, man. We love you. We love the whole Bone Thugs, all y'all, man. We love y'all so much. Again, my brother, continue to be safe and continue to bless us, man, with all that music, man. We ready.
Yes, indeed. It's coming, man. It's coming for sure.
Love you, brother.
All right, love. All love. For sure.
Shout out to everybody that was on the live that showed my special guest so much love, man. What an amazing interview. Shout out to Bernadette Santos. Shout out to Keisha Wilkins. Shout out to Ease C. Shout out to Vibe Show Young D. Shout out to A Red. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Shout out to Official J Witty. Shout out to Nicer. Shout out to, let's make sure we get everybody in here, man. Shout out to LAMORENA. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that love. Shout out to Vibe Show Kenneth Hawks. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. I'm bad with names. Shout out to Rashad Law. And let's make sure we got everybody. Shout out to LaWanda Murray Knight. And let's see, we got a new comment in here. All right. It look like that's everybody. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all so much for showing my special guest so much love, man. Listen, thank y'all so much. If you are not subscribed to the Vibe Show, man, subscribe. Why not? Subscribe. We got more exclusive interviews coming up, man. All you got to do is subscribe, turn on those notifications, and you'll always be in the loop. Listen, y'all continue to be safe out there. Also, if you are not checking out that Vibe Show official radio station website, make sure that y'all go and check out that website at www.thevibeshow979.net. Again, shout out to Bernadette and shout out to the one and only Keisha for making this amazing magic happen, man. I love y'all. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Y'all be safe.
Let's go. Let's go. New shit. Hey, yo, Bert. Hey, talk to him. Yeah.